Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Shades and a brand new video. It's an amazing day after. If you keep in mind, we won 5-2 again away from home. Unexpected with the kind of result we got. It's not something that we are used to. To tell you the truth, I mean Chelsea beating some other team 5 goals in recent times has not happened. It looked good. The formation was changed, so we'll come on to all that. Also, round out yesterday's matches a little bit, especially the big match and the big match. So we'll come up with Chelsea's matches first. As we start with, the formation was different. We had players like Alonso coming in, Rudiger was coming in. Rudiger came in, played his bit of part. We had Tomori starting in place of Zuma. Zuma had a not so great start with Chelsea this season, knowing the fact that he's such a good start. Last season with Everton, we were quite surprised of why Zuma is playing the way he is. He's looking a little out of sorts. Anyways, playing that 3-5-2 sort of with 3 players in the back with Tomori, Christensen, and Rudiger, and then 5 players including Azpilicueta playing in the midfield. And then you had Alonso on the other side. We had Tammy, and what a start! First 30 minutes, it looked like it was not so easy for us, but then if you take it after that. Amazing goal was Tomori, unexpected again from his point of view, and if you look at it, 25-yarder from a defender has not happened. I remember William Gallas scored some like 10 years ago for Chelsea in the 90th minute against Spurs. That was not 25-yard, but that was an amazing goal scored by William Gallas, and this one comes closer to that. I mean, I look at him as the next William Gallas, who knows? But he's a great goal, and that started something amazing in the sense within 2 minutes of that, Tammy Abraham scores a clinical goal, and before the halftime, Tammy scores another goal. We so going 3-0 in the halftime. After the halftime, Tammy scores his hat trick. We are 4-0 up. As amazing score, seeing Tammy Abraham scoring 3 goals in the match, 7 goals in 3 matches. That is unusually great stuff from a Chelsea striker. I mean, I don't see the last time a Chelsea striker scored this much. All due respect to Didier Drogba even. But Drogba is in a different level, and Tammy has to go at least 10 years with Chelsea to reach that level of Didier Drogba. So anyways, so 4-0 up. All we do has to do is park the bus, and there we go, start leaking goals. Tammy was so interested to score goals, he scored 4 goals, and the 4th goal was for Norwich. Good thing that he did score a goal for them. So 4 goals he scored, good. He had an amazing time yesterday, and we wish him all the luck. We wish he does even better in the coming matches. Important matches coming up: Valencia midweek, Liverpool next Sunday at Stamford Bridge. Important matches. But he really showed that he can really gel it up. Hopefully he can take this form. He has got 7 goals in the last 3 matches in the Premier League. Hopefully he takes this form ahead, scores 20-25 goals in the Premier League itself. The kind of teams that we have in the Premier League, there will be times when he might not be scoring, but it's a good thing for Frank. I mean, if you look at it, 5-2 was an amazing scoreline for Frank to think about it. He has the strikers. I mean, Michy Batshuayi, when he came in the last 10 minutes, he looked good. He came up with an assist for Mason, and Mason scored a goal. That's the 5th goal. By that time, we considered 2 goals. Zuma, one of them was Zuma's mistake, maybe the 2nd goal especially. So it's not exactly what you wanted to see. At 2, maybe a 4-0 would have been good, but it ended up 2-5 for us. Mason scoring a goal. The academy is really getting it up. Batshuayi is doing his bit. Giroud did not start. There's a very good chance maybe he's starting against Valencia. So all in all, it was an amazing time seeing that, scoring 5 goals away from home, knowing that we considered 4 goals in Man United in the first match of this season. We have won 2 away matches after that. Our home form has to be taken care of because we have like 2 draws at home, Leicester City and then I think Sheffield last week. So we need to take care of our home form. I know next match at home is Liverpool, so we can't expect us to really go out there and win. It will be amazing if we do that. But if you look at a certain thing, if we can tighten up our defense, it's very much possible for Chelsea to actually go out there and be title challengers, not just be in the top 4. Because our midfield and strikes are looking good at this moment. We have Hudson-Odoi, Loftus-Cheek, N'Golo Kante. I'm missing out on someone, but there are 3 players who need to come back. Reece James, but he is not he's a defender. So we'll put in 3 players from our midfield position to come back, and then we have Reece James coming back. If those 4 players come into this team already, missing somebody. One of my favorite players, Emerson. I'm missing out on Emerson, and Emerson also. So 5 players who are in the injured list right now. Rudiger added to it. I'll talk about it in a minute about that as well. We have a team which suddenly looks like very decent, even with the transfer ban. And then think about it, next summer, without the transfer ban, if these guys get on with their act, what they are doing right now, and we add on 2-3 world-class players with them, we can actually be the next. Our next 10 years could be sorted. We can have the next years, in 10 years, when we'll have like what we had between 2005 and 2015, like that. For the next 10 years, we could have a similar kind of a situation happening. And all of our players are very young. If you look at the likes of Mason Mount, 19, 20 years old, someone like Tammy Aben, 21, Tomori is 21, Hudson-Odoi is 21, and Reece James is 19. So you got only from the academy, if you talk about, Christensen is 23, 24, and Loftus-Cheek who is 25. Except them, all of them are extremely very young players. And if these guys are showing this much of confidence right now, think about them in 2-3 years time, what they will become. And if they can keep on going this rate, 10-15 years, Chelsea is extremely sorted. We can again go back to winning big trophies, Champions League, which I want to win. Hopefully in the next couple of years we can win Champions League again, and then the Premiership, obviously. So, but think about it. It's an amazing time being a Chelsea fan. I wrote it in Twitter the other day. It's amazing seeing these guys play from the academy. Now, coming to a little bit, I can talk a lot because it's an amazing win yesterday. Talk a lot about it, but we'll talk about a little bit on Rudiger's injury and N'Golo Kante a little bit. Kante did not feature, obviously. We don't know when he's going to come back. But think about Rudiger's injury. He started the match, played 45 minutes, and again we get a news report. And in the coming this week, in the coming few days, we'll get to know what's the extent of the injury. My question is that if he is deemed 100% fit before the match, or 110% fit, how come he again get injured? And this is a recurring injury. It's happening to him, it's happening to N'Golo Kante, it's happening to Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and maybe it's also happening to Hudson-Odoi in the recent, if it happens. But think about it, this is not good for Chelsea medical staff. They need to think about it. If you're putting Rudiger in, if he's 100% fit, then within 45 minutes, how can he have a recurrence again? So that means he's not fully fit. Or at least get him fully fit. That's what we want. So that was a big problem, I think, with the medical staff I have with at Chelsea, that these guys, if they're deeming somebody that this guy is 100% fit, then that person should be 110% fit. And he cannot play 45 minutes and again have a recurrence. I know it's medical and stuff, something seven might, I might not understand, but this is, seriously think about it. We need our players to be fit. Once they are deemed fit, they need to be fit for at least some time. They cannot have the same injury again. That means they are not fit. They can have a different injury, I can understand. It's a different thing, a different part of the body, I can understand. But this the same part of the body again within 45 minutes. Then there's something wrong with the medical staff over there in Cobham. So anyways, those guys over there at Southwest London have to deal with it. I'm pretty sure Frank will think about it, that why this is happening so often. But we're coming back to the match. We see how the people play. Azpilicueta had a good game. We had Christensen had a very good game. Alonso came up with an assist. He played good. William, I heard, had a very good game yesterday. So once in every 4 or 5 matches, we'll see these players play well. Giroud did not play. Hopefully, I'm seeing him to play against Valencia, starting against Valencia. I'm not sure how Frank will go ahead. Will you sit your best striker down who scored a hat-trick, keeping in mind that you have Liverpool coming next Sunday, or you let him play? Because the fatigue factor will come in. You're playing 3 matches in 8 days, so do you play Tammy again against Valencia? And then you're going to play him against Liverpool, he will get injured. So in that matter, you will have to think of starting with Giroud, and that could be the reason why Giroud did not start. So it will be interesting to see who starts against Valencia. We'll make a separate video on that. We'll see good with overall play. I do believe that some players will be thinking, some fans will be thinking Pulisic did not start, maybe Barkley. But it will be interesting to see how it goes from now. The fans were happy. If the same thing was done by Sarri last season, fans were not happy. But now, and we got the win at the end of the day, so it's good. A little bit talking about the Premier League roundup. Liverpool won. They are, according to me, even in the start of the season, I stated that Liverpool are the favourites. They have 15 points in 5 matches, not a single loss, 100% record. And I don't think especially after winning the Champions League last season. I don't think they will miss up this time. But you never know. Man City lost to Norwich, huge result. I was astonished, surprised to see 3-2 loss for Man City. They have 10 points, 5 points already behind. But then if you look at last season also, they had a slow start. So there was a very good chance that they will catch up in the second half of the season like they did last season when they won 15-20 matches on the trot and Liverpool dropped points. So now Man City has got 10, Liverpool's got 15 points after 5 matches. Man United won their match 1-0 against Leicester. I was thinking hopefully Leicester score 1 goal please, and I was like, it didn't happen. They played so well against us at Stamford Bridge, but at Old Trafford they lost the match. Early goal by Rashford, which was a penalty, and Man United was able to keep that, which is good, keeping a clean sheet, because we have not been able to keep any clean sheet this season till now. So they've got 8 points, we've got 8 points, Leicester's got 8 points. Arsenal will play today. Spurs won 4-0 yesterday against Crystal Palace. Very good scoreline. They also have, I think, 8 points. So now all the teams are raked up in the same position, just very early days. We play Liverpool next weekend, and Arsenal plays today against Watford. That will be interesting to see who wins. There will be an interesting thing to see. Everton plays today as well. So there were some matches we are what, 6th position, 6th or 7th, but it will go down. But eventually it doesn't matter at this juncture. It's very early days. But seeing that Man City lost, it feels better. There could be a chance. We won. We need to keep the momentum going. We need to get our home form going. If our home form gets better, not expecting against Liverpool, but against other teams, if we can get 3 points at home, there's a very good chance that we can be in the top 4. And the way the teams are playing, Frank will be a little concerned of whom to choose, whom not to choose, because Michy Batshuayi is not starting. If he gets chances, he might even come in. So Tammy, Michy, Olivier, it's a great thing at this moment, looking at the way it is. Chelsea winning 5 goals yesterday was only to show that we can do it away from home as well. And for Frank, it'll be quite interesting. He will be happy. At the same time, he'll know that his players are suddenly starting to perform. And if this continues against Valencia and against Liverpool and against the coming teams in the next couple of months, it will be quite something for him to whom to choose and whom not. And remember, this team did not have our 5 first choice players. Reece James will come in and most likely be the first choice, though I think he is more or less fit, but maybe in a couple of weeks' time. Maybe Grimsey Town in about 10 days from now in the League Cup, I guess he will be starting the match, most likely. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Callum Hudson-Odoi, as in when those 2 guys come in, they will be first choice, most likely. Now it will be interesting to see where does Ruben Loftus-Cheek play, because we have Kovacic, we have Jorginho, and we have Mason Mount. So it'll be interesting to see those 2. It'll be interesting to see how N'Golo Kante comes in between all that. Kovacic and Jorginho and Mason Mount and Ruben Loftus-Cheek and N'Golo Kante. Emerson comes in, obviously he will get in, but then again, if we will be playing 2 matches a week, there's a very good chance that there will be chopping and changing. Some players will play in one match, the other players will play in another match, just like Sarri did last season. That is the best thing to do. You don't want fatigue. I'll be interested to see the striker point of view, how it goes with Valencia. We'll talk about in the next video the pre-match against Valencia. We'll talk about it. It will be interesting to see who starts that match. Tammy is scoring, he's in hot form. Do you want to start with keeping on the bench and start with Giroud and take a risk, because it's a home match at Champions League, first match, and if we win it against Valencia, we have that edge. However, if you don't take this, but I'm pretty sure maybe Tammy will start. But then again, so you have to think concerned about Liverpool, and you have to start with Tammy against Liverpool in the Premier League. So it will be interesting to see that way. We did see Pulisic did not start yesterday. Pulisic not playing yesterday's match. It's a concern for some players. Maybe Pulisic had a slow start. He has come out with an assist. I expect him to do well. But it was a little bit of a thing that Pulisic did not play yesterday. Obviously scoring 45 goals and winning that match makes sense. You don't talk about these things. But yeah, a little bit from my end, I felt that Pulisic could have. But then Willian had a great match. So again, because we have 3 matches in 8 days, I'm pretty sure some of these players who did not play will come up in against Valencia. And we'll have to see how we play against Valencia. Valencia lost yesterday to Barcelona 5-2. And that was Barcelona's home match at Camp Nou. So it'll be interesting to see. Valencia scored 2 goals at the end, in the last 5 minutes or so in the stoppage time. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes with Valencia when they come over here. So overall, if we round it up, it was a good weekend, good Saturday for us. 5 goals we won. It was interesting. Our main concern is leaking. Yeah, I have to talk about it. I am getting into it. Yeah, Zuma conceding again. Tammy Abraham scoring 4 goals, 3 for Chelsea, 1 for Norwich. Yeah, just for the fun's sake. And the fact is, we are still leaking goals. We could not keep a clean sheet. When it was 4-0, we should have shut it. We should have parked the bus, but that did not happen. We let them come in, and suddenly they were scored 2 goals, 88 minutes. Obviously, they did not have much time because it was already 4 goals up. Had it been 2-0, had we been 2-0 up, it would have been a different story, just like against Sheffield. It became 2-2 and we draw the match. And every match we won't be able to score 4 goals or 5 goals. So defense should be the main criteria. Now Frank needs to look at it and see what happens. Because Rudiger comes in, he does well, and the defense looks solid. But now that he has a recurrence of his injury, there's a chance he might not play the next matches. In that case, Zuma comes in, and Zuma is not having the best of start this season. Somehow I don't know why. He is a good off player. I'm not sure why he's having this kind of thing. Last season had a whale of a time for Everton. This season is not working for him. So Frank really needs to look into our defense. Tomori had a great game. I think Tomori at his age looks like he's ready to set in, and I think that's great for Chelsea. I mean, look at this, all these players from academy, and add them up with Reece James and Hudson-Odoi and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. At the end of the season, there's a very good chance we might have 7 academy boys playing for Chelsea in the first team. Never ever it has happened in the Premier League for Chelsea. Of these 7 guys, 6 of them are Britishers, are Englishmen. That's never ever happened for Chelsea. There's so many English guys playing for Chelsea. So if this can continue, if we finish in the top 4, if these guys play well, and then we can go out and next summer and spend some money and bring some 2-3 world-class players, we'll still be selling some players, I'm pretty sure. Think about Chelsea will become. And from next year, as I stated in the beginning of this video, next 10-15 years could be very well sorted. We could be back at the top where we actually should be belonging. This is really great times, exciting times being a Chelsea fan at this moment. I'm like pretty excited. I know it doesn't show it that much, but it is amazing to be at this position at this moment, seeing that Chelsea scoring 4 or 5 goals. We cannot take it against Valencia. It could be a different story. Against Liverpool, obviously it will be a very different story. They are in a different league altogether of their own. But I'm pretty sure most of the teams are not Liverpool and Man City in the Premier League. There's a good chance we can get some points in those teams, and there's a chance we can finish in the top 4. We played really well. I hope Tammy keeps on continuing this great form, Mason continuing his great form, Tomori continuing, the whole Chelsea team continuing this great form, and we keep on winning. Hope we finish in the top 4 at least, if not better. So for now, I'll leave it over here. It's been almost 20 minutes of this video. I leave it to here. We'll have a video on Valencia next in a couple of days, and obviously that big match against Liverpool. So till next time, you guys let me know how you guys felt about the whole assessment of things, how you guys think we should turn up against Valencia. So until next time, I keep it at it is. It's great to be a Chelsea fan at this moment, as always it's great to be a Chelsea fan. I leave it over here. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.